Hey, beautiful soul. I'm Brian. I'm here to help you remember who you are. And today's message is from your higher self, from your future self. Because your future self wants you to know that you are the hero you've been waiting for. You are their greatest hero because you are who made them possible. Your faith in your dreams and what lights you up, your commitment to expanding, to knowing yourself, to healing, to forgiving, to letting go, to trusting, to having faith, to being hopeful and optimistic, to believing in yourself, believing in that future that you know is meant for you. Your future self adores you. And understand that version of you does great things. Things that feel so fulfilling. That version of you loves so beautifully. That version of you is soft and gentle and yet still disciplined and always optimistic and understanding. That version of you is such a beautiful expression of who you really are. And you're the one who is making it possible right now. Your commitment to your future self is your greatest commitment in this life, to loving your, and this isn't about doing more. It's not. It's not about doing more. It's not about producing more or achieving more. It's about learning to love yourself, to value yourself, to believe in your worth, to believe that you are worthy of being treated with respect and love. It's about you believing in your own integrity, believing in your charisma, in your confidence, believing that you are a beautiful soul, believing in your goodness, believing in unconditional love for yourself, for others, for reality. Your commitment to remembering who you are is what leads you to that future self that you dream about. That future self that feels so whole, so secure in themselves, so grateful for the life they have lived and the life they are living and going to move into. That version of you lives with a passion for life. And none of it would be possible without your dedication and your commitment and your foresight to see that possibility now, to see that possibility is real and it exists. And it gets there by you having discipline, but it's not about discipline. Again, it's not about discipline necessarily in always doing. It's a discipline of a way of being, because that version of you that you want to become, that attracts a beautiful life, that version of you is calm. That version of you is relaxed because there's such a trust that life really is working out beautifully, that you are the conscious co-creator of your reality, and that it has always served you to align with what feels right to you, to your heart, to your soul. Because that is what's meant for you, and that is your highest expression. And yeah, we came here for the process. We came here for the transformation. If you're watching this video, you came here for that. Otherwise, you wouldn't resonate with this. You came here for the transformation that you're undergoing. You came here for this life, this process, this experience. You came here for all of it. For all of it. And your future self is the beneficiary of all of the work you do. In a way, you are the loving parent of your future self. You are the one who is giving birth to that creation. And you do so by embracing and learning everything that you need to in order to truly love yourself. To give yourself the love that you have always needed, and embodying that love of yourself. To fully love who you are, because you chose this. You chose the experiences you would have. You chose what would be meaningful to you in this life. And it's all here for you. That meaning, it's here for you now. Think about, take time, genuinely, take time to think about that future self and talk to and connect with that future self. That version of you that is living the life of your dreams. And feel the love that they have for you right here and now. Feel how grateful they are of you, how proud they are of you, because think back on your journey. Think back on your journey. Think about how grateful you are of the versions of you that went through the toughest of times, that went through the most pain and suffering, that went through difficulties and struggles. And that version of you persevered. That version of you didn't give up. That version of you still had optimistic views and was hopeful. Maybe not all the time, but that version of you persevered and survived so that you could be here today. Think about how grateful you are that version did not give up, that version believed in you. That version believed in you. And now you have the opportunity to believe in that future self. And that future self is already so grateful for everything that you are doing. And the more that you align with the way of being, the energy of what it takes just to become that version, to take steps into becoming that version, baby steps. Maybe it's just in your routine. Maybe it's in your discipline on the way you talk to yourself. Maybe it's on forgiving or letting go of something that has been weighing you down for long enough. Whatever it may be, whatever you can do now that brings you another step closer. Every day you can commit and take one step closer to that future self. And it can be small. It could be dedication to a meditation practice. It could be reading a book that you've been meaning to read that has a message that you need, has wisdom and perspective that you need. It could be breath work. It could be yoga. It could be a healthier choice somewhere else in your life. It could be getting more rest. It could be taking time to actually calm down and slow down. It could be letting go of things that no longer serve you. Whatever it may be, every single day there can be one more step taken. And before you know it, you'll look back and you'll be so grateful that you believed in that version of you that you are becoming. There is no rush. There is no timetable. There is no getting it wrong. There's just you being here now and focusing on what it is that you actually love, that you actually desire, that your heart actually wants, and being that. It doesn't mean stepping into it all today. It means being more like it every day until being that is just your natural way of being, and that's how you step into that energy fully. It's when you have taken all of these small steps to embody that energy over a long period of time, which may not be as long as you think it is. After all, wasn't that long ago that you could think back and think of a year ago. Think of where you were. Think of where you are now. Was it really all that long ago? And yet, your dedication and your commitment to working on yourself and believing in yourself changed you in ways that are shocking now. Even when it felt like you were stuck, when it felt like you were stagnant, you persevered, you kept going. And now you're here. And soon you'll be there. And then you'll be there. And then you'll be there. And it just keeps going. But eventually, you're going to embody totally different energies from what you have experienced before and from what you're experiencing now. And that is what will reflect a totally different reality to you. A reality that's more in alignment with who you truly desire to be, who you know you came here to be. You came here to be this version of you too, and the past versions as well. But guess what? You came here to expand. You came here to evolve consciously. You came here to do something that is truly fulfilling to you, to be something that is truly fulfilling to you. And then the doing is just a natural byproduct of who you truly are. And you don't find it to be work. You find it to just be your passion, your joy, your fire, your desire, and your mission, whatever you came here for. Maybe many things you came here for. But all of it in due time. All of it from a place of peace and trust. It doesn't have to be so hard. It doesn't have to be so forced. If it doesn't feel like it's the right time yet, trust that. Be okay with that. Let it be okay. Because there will come a time when it feels like it's time. Because guess what? Every other major change and transition you've ever had in your life, it finally just became time for it, didn't it? And when it was time, it was a lot easier than the sense of urgency made it feel. Maybe the sense of urgency is just ego. Maybe it's just fear. Maybe it's just immaturity. Maybe it's nothing to worry about. Maybe it just means it's not time, and it's okay that it's not time, because guess what? We're not running out of time. We're not forcing ourselves to to stay in that mindset. We don't want to stay in that mindset of always going, always achieving, always producing, always needing to prove ourselves. Instead, we came here to embody a different energy, one of ease, one of flow, one of trust, one of surrender, and seeing the beauty in the whole journey. What's meant for you is meant for you is meant for you. Nothing to worry about. Slow down. Ground yourself. Balance yourself. Find peace in the here and now. It's available to you always. I love you. And you're doing great. And your future self is more proud of you and grateful for you than you could possibly imagine. But it's worth imagining. I'll see you in the next one.